So this is just kind of a documentation for me. Um, I have been slowly but surely working on my family tree. I'm not going to show anything, but I will kind of, go into a little bit of detail. Today has been an awesome day. Like, seriously, I was in contact with one of my uncles, and he sent me some information that showed, I got glitter in my hair, that showed names of my great grandparents. Both my dad's parents' parents. I'm sorry. It it started off with me doing that DNA test and wondering who I am and where I'm from and where does basically my ancestors come from. And I know it's a small step because up until this point I had no idea who they were. No idea whatsoever. I didn't know any names. I didn't know nothing. I knew nothing about my grandparents or my great grandparents. I found out today their names. I found out my great grandmother came to live with my grandfather and my grandma. These are my dad's parents. Back in the 60s, and she died in where I'm from, back home. She died there. And hopefully the next time I go down back to, to visit my family, I want to go see her grave and maybe leave her some flowers, because who knows how long it's been, if it's still there, if her headstone is there, if there ever was a headstone. I don't know. I don't know these people. I never met them, but they're a part of me. They're a part of who I am. And part of this journey is so that I can have something to pass on to Ramsey, so he can know where he coming from, on my side at least. Of course, he is 44% Middle Eastern, so we know he comes from his dad. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry, but it's tears of joy because I'm happy. I'm happy I finally have names to my grandparents. It's amazing. Or my great grandparents. It's just amazing to me because people I know existed. I know that they were there. But now I don't know. I didn't know who they were until now. I didn't have a name to put to them. I didn't have a name to put to my great grandparents because I didn't know their name. Growing up, not anything I had asked, my dad would always talk about his dad, so I knew his name. And of course, I met my grandmother. My grandmother lived until, I guess it was 1998. That's when she passed away. So I knew her pretty much my whole life. But to not know, I finally have 4 new people on my family tree. And it's amazing to know. I found a couple things on my great grandma, my grandpa's mom, and then I found a few things about my grandma's dad. So I'm in awe. I really am. Hopefully this journey will take me somewhere, and as far back as I can go. I mean, it's just amazing. The next plan is to try and get my grandparents on my mom's side, to try to get their information. I don't have names. I know there's a French ancestor from what my mom said in there somewhere. My great grandma, which is her mother's mother, she's I don't know. This is what I was told. So I'm going based on what my mama said. She had red hair and blue eyes. Light skin. But I don't know. I've seen one picture of her and she was elderly and it was black and white. So it's a start. It's a start. I finally have at least one set of my great grandparents' names. I've talked to my sister and I'm probably bugging her so much about it, but it really is an amazing experience to see these people's names come up and know that this is my family. And it's one thing people need to know is that family is very important to me. So, okay, that's enough crying. I'm gonna turn this off, but it was a great day. It was a really great day. So this is not day one of me searching for my family, but this is where I'm gonna start, and this is where I'm gonna upload my videos. Just kind of a real quick recap. I did my Ancestry DNA earlier this year, and I got back results from what what my DNA held. I am 55% Native American, which I wish I knew which Native I was. Would be nice to know what, if I can in this process find out. I am 18% Portuguese. 12% Italian. 6% Spain. I was told that my grandpa, my dad's dad, still had family in Spain when he was still alive. If they're still there, I don't know. Maybe go visit Spain. Who knows? I am 3% French. That's where Mama wasn't lying about being part French. I'm 1% Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantus people. 1% Basque, which is basically, Spain and France area. That border, I guess. I'm 1% Norwegian and 1% European Jewish. 1% Baltic states, which is like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And 1% Senegal, which is Senegal and the Gambia. It's part of, I guess, the west coast of Africa. That's me, and that's who I am. And those are my ancestors. And I just can't wait to find out more. I hope I can, back in the day, records, especially in Mexico, I don't know how that works, but we'll figure it out slowly but surely. So, like I said, this is my first video. It's not my first day one of searching for who I am and where I'm from, searching for my family, but this is a start, and I hope you take this journey with me. Bye.